Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Paper Be Gone. Tax deadline day is coming up, and it's the time of year when many businesses and individuals start tossing out their old records because you only have to keep them for 7 years. Once tax day comes and goes, you don't have to keep those things anymore if they're past 7 years. Let Paper Be Gone be the one to get rid of your records safely. They do the shredding, they dispose of them in an environmentally friendly way. Heck, if you want to get rid of a computer hard drive, those things are hard to nuke and destroy. They can destroy them for you. PaperBeGone.com to learn more. We tell you about Junk Be Gone, we tell you about Paper Be Gone. Same people, two great companies. All right, Ryan, you got 60 seconds. What's the latest on Nico Iamaleava, Tennessee's top quarterback target?
You're a quick study.
It's all phonetics, baby.
Less than 2 weeks removed from his latest visit to Tennessee, it looks like he's maybe closing in on a decision here. We'll see what he does. He announced a top 5 on Wednesday. Not sure yet if he's going to take any more visits before he does anything, but certainly Tennessee's got plenty of momentum there. I think Tennessee has emerged as the favorite, and this is looking like, I mean, we'll talk about it if it happens more, obviously, but if Tennessee can close the deal on this, obviously hard to overstate the importance of this. He'd be the first 5-star quarterback Tennessee's landed since James Banks in 2002, and Casey Clausen, the only other one before that in the internet era. So obviously a long time since you've had anyone of that caliber, and potentially, don't want to oversell it, but potentially a program changer for Tennessee if you get him. I think it could happen pretty soon if it goes the way things look like they are now.
Somewhere out in the hinterlands, Mike Griffith just smiled. It's like every time a bell rings, Angel every time somebody mentions Casey Clausen, bing.
It's a wonderful line.
Yeah, quick takes here, guys. We mentioned a bunch of question marks. We can go there. We can go somewhere else. Chuck, you can go anywhere you like. What's the number one must-do for Josh Heupel and company this spring? What is the top job this spring? Anybody?
I'll say shore up the secondary, and I think there's just so many holes back there. So I'm going to go with shoring up the defensive backs, finding some people, and maybe moving somebody from safety to nickel or whatever, corner to safety, whatever it is. But I think that's it.
And I also had down, okay, your new players that haven't been here before, transfers, whatever, let's give that group a really good look, and let's see, usually there's somebody who stands out and there's somebody who really catches your eye. You need some help here and there like we've been talking. Let's try and identify who that is. Well, let's start working with them. The other thing is, are we thin in a certain position that we've got somebody in spring we can give a look somewhere else without wasting too many reps? But I'm looking at it as a time to experiment and a time to identify who your playmakers are going to be.
All right.
I'll take a bigger picture view on this. I'll say decide what the most important needs to address in the transfer portal are, because let's face it, they're going to add several more guys after spring practice, and that might be the most important thing Tennessee still can do to improve its team this year. You've got to get a good enough look at what you have on both sides of the ball to make the right decisions on which players to add after spring practice. So I think it's just in general figuring out how to use those remaining spots and where to I guess, assign the most assets and spend the most time and energy filling those remaining needs that they have this spring.
I was going to go with do more in the transfer portal, but I will go with my backup, which is do something that this coaching staff did better than the previous two, and that is continue to develop what you've got. I thought this coaching staff, better than Butch Jones and Jeremy Pruitt, got more out of guys, which showed me I thought that they were better coaching the game, and so continue down that road.
Ryan, should Tennessee fans, you got 20 seconds, should Tennessee fans be concerned that other teams in the league have jumped into the transfer portal and gotten some names, and Tennessee has not had any kind of big splashes to date?
Yeah,
should that be a concern?
Not as much. I mean, they obviously had a couple high-profile misses, but as we discussed before, the big thing was they just didn't have many spots to add guys in this going into the spring semester. So we'll see what they do after spring practice, but got to get more quality guys there, obviously.
Very good. Chuck, Jimmy, Ryan, Bob, and thanks to Mark and Isaiah for coming in too. Thanks to you. Appreciate you getting up and watching on a day after a disappointing loss. Hopefully these 90 minutes help you cheer up or make you angrier. We'll see you next Sunday right back here on the Sports Source. Thank you very much.